Hello friends, Constance here from Cosmopolitan Cornbread. So welcome back to the Alabama homestead. You may be able to tell from the audio that there is quite an echo in here. This house is empty. Well, 99% empty. We do still have 2 mattresses for sleeping on. The computer desk is still here. The old sofa that we're not keeping, we just have it here to sit on for the time being, but once we are completely done here, it's going to go straight to the dump. Well, where to begin? It has been a whirlwind the past several weeks. As most of you know, back in January, we closed on a new home in Arkansas, a mountain homestead. And since that time, we've been slowly moving all of our belongings here from the Alabama homestead to Arkansas. And it's been a very gradual process because number one, there was a lot to move. Number two, it was a long ways away. About 8 to 8.5 hours one way, depending upon traffic and how many stops we have to make and all of that. During that time, my husband still works full-time. He works from home, but he does still work full-time. And so he would be having meetings, doing all the stuff that he needed to for work. In between that, you know, I was trying to do all of my work, doing all of the things that I needed to do, including doing YouTube videos and all of that, which was a serious challenge. There for a while I was doing videos on my phone. Well, my phone decided it no longer wanted to make videos. It's a brand new phone. It will record the videos, but it won't actually make the movies anymore. iMovie crashes, and I tried every tip and trick to get it to work. And then add to that, of course, the fact that we've had insanely slow internet in Arkansas. Fiber internet is coming, but we don't know exactly when. It's supposed to be soon. That said, I decided I could not wait any longer, and I forked over a very pretty penny and got Starlink. We haven't set it up yet. This video will be uploaded from Alabama. When I get to Arkansas on this upcoming trip, we will work on getting the Starlink set up, and hopefully that goes smoothly. So this trip that is coming up, this is the scariest part of this entire move. The part that has me like biting my nails, and that is moving all of the other animals. All of the dogs are currently in Arkansas. I did a really fast trip last week. Drove them all to Arkansas. My son and daughter-in-law are taking care of them. They're all doing fine. They're all together. You know, I had taken Duke, just him, on a trip the week prior or so, maybe 2 weeks prior, when I was working on all of the animal structures, the temporary shelters there, and he was just a nervous wreck, and I ended up bringing him back. But now that we've taken all of the dogs together, they're perfectly fine. And when I got there with the dogs, Duke ran right in the door like, oh yeah, I remember this. Come on guys, I'm gonna show you all around. He was totally fine. He just wanted his buddies. Now when I took the dogs, I also took all of the chickens. Well, most of the chickens. I had a younger group of Icelandic chickens that I was actually gifting to a friend here. As well as the A-frame chicken coop. We weren't going to take that one with us, and they really wanted to start keeping chickens. And I said, well, load up the A-frame, take the A-frame, you'll have an instant chicken coop, and I'll even throw in a few chickens. And so the younger Icelandic chickens went to them. And the plan was to load up all of the other chickens in the wee hours of the morning, but we needed to catch the two Icelandics, the original Icelandics, that were still out in the A-frame coop the night before they went to bed, because the one design flaw I would say that I had in the A-frame coop was there's no way to really get in there and reach chickens if they're up on the roost without climbing in the back of the coop and all the way through it, which is like no go. I wasn't doing it. Mr. Smith wasn't doing it. And we went out there that evening to close up the coop before those two went up, and for some reason they decided it was a good night to go to bed early. And so we went out there to close it to keep them from going in there, and they were already in. So they are currently still here. They have been roosting in the horse trailer, our livestock trailer that we have out there. Every night we've been going out there, grabbing them and putting them in the other chicken coop because they are determined to sleep in the horse trailer, which they would probably be fine out there because the trailer is out there with Sophie and Amos, and if any animal came in there and was snooping around that livestock trailer, Amos would go after them. He's like super territorial and protective. But tonight I'll be going out there, getting those two chickens, loading them up into a crate overnight. And then I've also got 3 cats here. We have Stumper and Nubs, our outside farm cats, and we have Ava, who is still here, our inside cat. So that's 2 chickens, a rooster and a hen, 3 cats. We still have a rabbit, our one lone old lady who lives out there in a rabbit tractor. Then of course we have Sophie and Amos, our miniature donkey and mule. And then we have 7 goats. And all of those animals are going to Arkansas tomorrow, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, because it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a challenge. At the moment, Mr. Smith is on a business trip, and so I will be trying to do some of this by myself. I do have a very sweet friend who has offered to help. Actually, I had 2 friends who offered to help transport animals, but one of them, her husband just had shoulder surgery, and the other friend insisted, gently and kindly and firmly, that they rest and take it easy and that she would help. And so I have a sweet friend who is coming to help me tomorrow morning. She's going to bring her livestock trailer. So we're going to put all of the goats in hers. We're going to put Sophie and Amos in mine. The rabbit and chickens will go in crates in the front of my livestock trailer because it can be divided. It has a gate in there that separates it. And then I will have 3 cats in crates in my truck. Yeah, it's going to be a little crazy.